On our microphones. I'll call this meeting to order. This is Alpine, Town of Alpine Town Council meeting. It's a public hearing for the Zyland annexation on May 21st, 2024. We don't need to take a roll or anything, right? Okay. So, Madam Clerk, I'll let you take it from here.
Okay.
You can let us know.
You have in your packet, the notice of public hearing that was published, which is basically the notice of the hearing and a summary of the annexation report. You also have, the annexation report in there, as well as the petition that was filed, and the certification by Christine, who reviewed the initial petition as well. So, so we have Surveyor Sherville here to speak on behalf of the petitioner. So, Mr. Sherville, do you want to approach and give them an overview of what the annexation is?
Hi, Marlo.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, Clerk and Attorney.
And the dozens watching at home.
The dozen, oh, okay, I'm sure.
Watch your language.
Eye is on, I'll try to be appropriate.
Yes.
So this is Lot 1 of Zyland subdivision. It's just north of the Bugling Elk addition, I think it was, Elk Meadows.
Yep. South of Highway 100.
Yep, at the intersection of Highway, the County Road 100
Yep.
and Highway 26.
That's right.
This is one of the requests the town had when we did the Ray Hafiz annexation. You suggested that we talk to both, to kind of square the town boundary up, that we talk with Zai Hafid as well as Silver Star. And we brought Silver Star into the town, and we're processing this particular one. Zai has signed the petition and looks forward to having it as part of the town. I believe it's an MRC zone that we requested. Is that right, Monica?
I believe you're correct, but let me,
Okay.
I'll verify that for you.
I think it is. It's in here.
Other than that, I can answer questions. It fits all the requirements of the statutory requirements to be annexed. It is, in my opinion, a logical expansion of the town. It does kind of clean up some borders for you at this point in time. As you kind of, patchwork quilt, putting the town together as we go north, which is kind of what has to happen over years. And so this
Maybe
is
we'll
another one
start
of
to
those.
get some of those big swaths of land in eventually, but
Eventually, but yeah, we're gonna, by having the road in years ago, that allows us to start hooking on to that with other strips of land such as this one and Ray's. So if I can answer any questions for the council or the mayor.
does anyone have any questions?
I do, if you don't mind. Can you go back to the map
Yeah.
real quick? We were approached by, what's his name? The gentleman who owns this property.
Yeah.
John Wadshaw.
Thank you, thank you. And so, when he annexed, he did provide an easement to the town of Alpine, for a road. So there's a swath of land. I do have a map, from the GIS.
Is there a better map I did?
Do you want to look at the GIS?
Yeah, that'd be fun. Do you have it here?
Can you,
Oh, I'll pull it up here.
Can you pull
I
it
thought
up?
you had a map.
I do have it on my desk.
Oh, is it a small map?
Yeah.
I'll pull up the GIS.
And what I'm asking about is, so when he did, the replat, what ended up happening is the parcel the parcel that he gave an easement for a future road, he still maintain ownership of that road? That parcel, because he's paying taxes on it, and he's asked, we're gonna go look at our next council meeting in June, we're gonna look at him gifting us that actual parcel. And so my question is Zai also, because the other half of where that road is has to come from her. And so I didn't know if that's already part of the process.
So let's talk about that as the mayor brings this up.
Do you mind actually getting on the mic, just so, if, yeah, that's okay.
So can you kind of zero in on the road portion?
Yeah, let me
Drive?
see if I can bring up the,
Yep, that'd be good.
okay. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay,
So don't worry about the lines. The road is all on the pavement is in the right place.
Okay,
The county's map is a little bit
wonky.
tough sometimes. Matching Google with the ground doesn't always work in the parcels, so. What occurred when we did the Bugle, or the Elk Meadows edition, which was John Lotshaw, is they dedicated the first, I'm gonna call it 2/3, east 2/3 of each of their lots. And Zai Hafiz, as well as John, dedicated that to the town as a town road, so that it went just beyond the intersection of where the pavement goes south into the 4 lots that John created.
basically right here,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
That first section has been dedicated to the town as a street. The second part was granted, both Zai and John granted easements to the town. And they have, if you'll read that document, it's been a while since I've read it, but it basically gives the town the right to dedicate that as a street. And it was set up at the time, this was in a prior administration, to have the town have some, call it leverage for lack of a better word, so that when Mr. Ray Hafiz came in and wanted to do something, they could grant him access in exchange for a sewer easement. That's the background. That's just the way that's the way it came down.
Okay.
He wasn't willing at the time to grant any easements, and so this was the method that the town and Mr. Lotshaw came up to say, yeah. So the town really, from that easement, in my recollection, without reading it in the last day or two, is that it basically gives the town the right to dedicate that and make it a street.
Okay.
It is probably still taxed
Yeah, and
to
so
both
that
Zai and John.
little piece that you see, that's what he wants to just
Yep.
transfer ownership to
And I
us.
think he's already has, maybe there needs to be some kind of a dedication deed or something.
Yeah.
Jim, I don't know, something,
Yeah.
just to memorialize it or formalize the easement that's there. And I think the town has every right to kind of do that. If you need signatures, I don't know why Zai would be opposed to that at all. I'd have to ask her, but I don't think so, because she was willing on the other half, or 2/3. And if you've talked to John, I know he'd love to give it to the town, and that was the whole intent.
Yeah,
At some point in time, that the town would have control of that, so that once they get, and you may want to wait to do this, once you get your actual easement, you have an agreement for an easement through Ray Hafiz. I don't know that there's an actual easement
Not
granted yet,
Yeah,
but I think in that ordinance or that agreement, it was the town would grant access through Bugling Elk Drive in kind of exchange for that utility easement.
yep.
Is that what everybody remembers? Am I forgetting anything?
thank you for explaining it to me.
There is a certificate of dedication on that was recorded.
I think it's on the first 2/3 of the road though, isn't it?
I leave reading of legal descriptions up to you. So
You just write them and let us read them?
I let you write them.
I haven't read that lately, so my remembrance is we dedicated the first 2/3 and gave an easement for the second, or the last third so that the town had control
Okay,
of that access and could do whatever they needed to do
okay.
with adjoining landowners.
I'm sure Mr. Lockshaw wants to quit paying taxes on that little piece too. So it's advantageous to the town to take it over, and it's logical, and that we've already been in discussions with Mr. Hafiz about it. So, yeah, I think we just need to do whatever it takes to
Yeah.
make that happen. So,
I think it's timing at this point.
yeah,
And I would probably keep it, as soon as you make it a public road, then you have no
Right.
leverage
yeah.
left.
We are plowing it right now.
Yes, to the end of the 2/3.
Exactly, right there. So,
Yeah.
but
No,
it's-
this is just it's just paperwork.
Yep.
Needs to be cleaned up at some point in time. John, I'm sure, is anxious to get that done. At some point in time, I'm sure there's gonna be an easement, recommended location of an easement for that utility through Mr. Hafiz.
Mhm.
That's probably when I would put all the paperwork together.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question, Monica?
It did absolutely, thank you.
Okay.
is it your understanding all of our paperwork's in place on this?
Yeah, I just have to go through the checklist with you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any other questions. If you guys don't have any other questions. Mr. Sanderson, everything looks to be in.
I only have two things that need some testimony or evidence that the annexation of the areas for the protection of the health, safety, and welfare of the persons residing in the area and in this town.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
the answer
Also,
to that is yes.
Short answer.
all right, but what's the evidence that, what is the proposed testimony here that you're going to give?
The welfare portion is that there's going to be additional tax benefit to the town.
Okay.
What are your stipulations?
Health, safety, and welfare.
Health, safety. The health and safety is a difficult one for me. Marlo, I don't know what your
I think it's
experience.
actually because of the access and your utility easements through there as part of all this.
Yep.
Is where it's benefiting the town the most, as well as future divisions for sales tax and revenue and
Yeah.
et cetera, property tax.
Yeah, I would say health and safety then must be the sewer and water that's going to be eventually hooked up in there.
Okay.
Hi, Emily, come on in.
And,
No, you're okay.
are we prepared to issue, hold on just a second.
Mhm.
A franchise to, electrical utilities to serve that area?
I would assume you would be.
No
You
problem
serve
with
the
that.
rest of the.
We have no problem with that.
We have no problem with that.
All right. Then the next thing is that this, notice was given 20 days prior?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. We received it on February 1st, right?
All right.
We've gone through items A through G, and you're okay?
Yeah, I actually have them on a checklist. My
That's what I
goal,
was looking at.
my goal with the,
Signed it up.
yes, the checklist is just to make sure that they're all addressed so I can say we talked about them in this hearing and met the statutory requirements. So, thank you, Jim.
You're welcome. I was using your checklist.
You're wonderful.
Would you get with me, I need to check this Exhibit B, though. It doesn't seem like the right description.
Let me see.
What document are you looking at?
Exhibit, this is ordinance number 2024-004.
Let me go pull it out
I
of,
just caught this. I think we just need to substitute the correct one. It's just Lot 1 of Zyland subdivision is the description. This is a previous description used.
Which resolution are you looking at?
this one.
Oh,
Yeah, Exhibit B.
This is what I have. Is that the right one?
It doesn't, no.
so the resolution
not the
that
right
you,
one.
Substitute that.
the resolution that you have up there is resolution -12. And that says Lot 1, what is this?
Ordinance number 2024-004.
Okay. So do we,
Let me see what she has attached to the ordinance.
The ordinance is different than this.
Okay,
do you want, you can show that to Monica, I guess, if you want.
I think it's just making it clean.
yeah.
Hi, Stephen.
Well, I know we noticed late.
So here's the ordinance.
Uh-huh. Is the ordinance correct or no?
We come early.
It
We have-
calls for Exhibit B, and it has this, and we'll need a different,
This is just a public hearing.
Okay,
This is just a public hearing for
but
annexation.
we can substitute it.
but is
You're
this
not-
the
It's
same
what
thing?
was advertised, Lot 1. This is not a description of Lot 1.
Got you.
Does that make sense? Yeah. This is the one you're looking at, 705. This is not a description of
This is
Lot 1.
not a description. Okay,
Yeah. So I can help you, I'll get you a description.
okay, thank you.
Okay, Tim, we can.
Thank you for keeping us straight.
Swap it out, yeah.
I think if I recollect, it got replaced after it was, did it get replaced after it was originally submitted? Because where would I get it? Where would I've got the wrong one?
I don't know. I'll
I don't know
do
either.
our correspondence and find out, but I didn't catch it until I
Thank
was
you.
reading, looking at the ordinance tonight and saying, this is an old description of
Thank
Zi's
you.
property.
Thanks for
This
catching
is
that.
no longer what she has today. But what we advertised and showed on the map
Map
is
is correct. Yes,
Okay.
okay,
I don't think the description was ever used in your public notice.
okay.
Okay.
Other questions that I can answer?
I know I'm late to the party.
You're right on time.
Okay.
Did you have any questions for Mr. Sherbel regarding this annexation public hearing? Any questions?
I'm sure you've already gone through the description, so I just wanted to see what else,
I'll
aside from the basic checklist, have you gone into any other detail?
No, if you recall, Emily, this was a
This-
request by the town to kind of straighten out the
Right,
boundaries.
okay.
So it was straight corners
Okay.
instead of jogs. And so a proper petition has been filed by Zy, signed. It's gone through the process of review by the clerk. It's been on a notice. You have it before you. I believe this is first reading of the
Yes,
ordinance.
first reading.
It will be tonight,
And
yes.
it's 2.3,
We did talk a little bit about the access for Monica, cleaning
Okay.
it up. The Bugling Elk access.
Elk Mountain, Elk
Or,
Meadows, yeah.
no, but it's Bugling Elk Drive.
Oh, right, the road is Bugling Elk.
Elk Meadows edition, I think, yeah.
Bugling Elk Drive,
oh, I see, okay.
yeah. And
That's
so, and
east-west.
this is a public road. We actually plow that portion.
Okay,
And it was set aside by Mr.
Lotshaw.
Lakshaw and Zy. There's kind of like this last piece right here that's more than likely going to be, it sounds like it's already in process, but that's going to be deeded over to us.
okay,
And that was kind of always in the plan. That's why it's got this little square.
That's why you're not plowing that and why there was no
Right.
pavement on it. It was a gap left.
okay,
Yeah.
So
And
that
that's the kind of obvious location for the easement for Mr. Hafiz in his property. That's where sewer and water is going to come through.
okay,
And that agreement is in writing, but we haven't figured out the exact details of what that easement's going to be.
right,
But it's Mr. Lakshaw and Zai's intention for us to like
Well,
possess that road and the property around it and everything. And it's our logical easement
okay,
for sewer and
When
water.
we read that document again, you'll find that you already have the rights.
Yeah,
It's an easement, so it wasn't titled yet, it hasn't been dedicated. We may need another document to dedicate it to the town, but it gives you the right to initiate all of that
okay.
okay,
as the town. Mr. Lotshaw and Zy have already, I think, given the town that right in that document. I should have brought it and read it lately, but I haven't.
You just, yeah, get it to Monica or Jim, and we should be
My
good.
memory's getting old.
You're telling me,
I
I'm just turned
highly
50,
doubt
so
that.
I feel pain, but,
So this is with our new annexation application process. This is our first step, making sure checklists for the petition have been met.
this came in before the third reading of that ordinance. This came in, February,
It's still following the same checklist,
Okay.
yeah.
but it did come before your final third reading of
Annexation.
Okay.
We're doing our best to follow that as closely as we can
Yes.
going forward, and we've told everyone that that's what we would like to do. But as far as fees and some of the other things that are laid out in the new ordinance,
Right.
they don't have to
Apply to those,
like
yeah,
that. But,
right.
yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming to the table and being patient as we work through this new process. Was there any other information that you divulged? I know it's MRC. What other information can you give us?
I
Okay.
don't know of anything else, Emily,
That's it, pretty much.
that we
You didn't miss
talked
much.
about.
Okay.
tonight. I don't think you missed much.
Okay,
Sounds good. Well,
Okay.
thanks.
And Emily, I
Marlo.
did talk to Zion, I'm sure he can confirm this as well. She doesn't have any plans for the property
okay,
at this time. Just, you know,
right,
she's not I don't believe she's planning on developing it.
okay,
Not that she can't change
right,
that in the future, but yeah, yeah,
okay,
so,
great. Well, that'll be a good easement.
yeah, yeah.
Do we have any other questions regarding this?
Not at the moment, no.
If there's no further questions or business, I will adjourn the public hearing. That was for you, Stephen.
You can turn off your mics, we have a 15-minute.
Yeah, we're gonna have a gap. Now, is everyone, that's Stephen Allen? Who's the, Stephen, this is everyone, Frank Dickerson, I don't know if you guys have met. You met Jeremy?
I do.
Okay.
I know Mr. Sanderson. Good to see you again, sir. Absolutely, just for success, we bring all kinds of money. So,
I wasn't informed.
in fact, let me see, you represented Diamondville.
Yeah.
They got everything. Not even a dime taken away.
Pretty easy for Alpine.
As Jesus said, whether or not 10 heal.
I can tell you, the county took a beating, but the city's got what's needed.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
I think what we'll do is, at that part of the meeting in the agenda when we have reports, we'll just give you, time to give your talking point, show whatever you're doing. Did you have anything prepared? Did you want to? Okay,
Nope, this is our meet and greet.
okay,
Here's who I am, I'm a resource.
yeah.
You know, type of thing, and if you have any questions, notice the first one. An annual visit I expect to do at minimum,
Yeah.
so
That would be fantastic.
my goal was to
Yes.
come out and hit all the councils, once within my first year. Of course, I hit all the mayors early on, so, you know, but, yeah.
What's the latest? What's going on?
So is
Well,
this the south, is this the
those sheds you were talking about, right? Those-
Yeah. So what's the latest that you're planning to have?
new plan.
So what happened to, what was the last guy's name?
Marcus.
Marcus, what happened to him?
Due to health reasons. Yes,
I don't think he was doing a good job. So now, you just look for a planner, but this is still behind the scenes doing it.
one that goes through, comes out by the entrance, and then goes down by those houses and by lots.
We lost the plan.
So that is
Quick. I'll call this meeting to order. This is basically a bid opening for the
Yep.
town of Alpine. And we only have one discussion item. This is for the town of Alpine Public Works Department for, what do you call it? Service vehicle.
Yeah, and we put out a bid and advertised it per statute requirements. All bids were to be to the town of Alpine by 5 o'clock today with a bid opening at 6:45. The reason it's open is because it was emailed, and so.
Okay.
So, normally, if it would came in the mail, I would not
Yeah,
have
of
opened
course.
it. So you have in front of you the only bid that was received. There's actually two documents. It's one company, same truck.
Okay.
The truck is in Texas. They FaceTimed with Craig, Public Works Director, for anybody who doesn't know, and took him around the truck, showed him the truck, started the truck. Everything looks good. However, they would still need to look at it before they
Of course.
finalize the purchase.
Yes.
The first bid for the one on top is for, the total is $50,608.36. That is for, that includes a 36-month warranty.
Oh,
Is
right.
that the service contract?
Correct.
Okay.
And so he could take it to a local Ford dealer, and that is something I asked him to inquire about, a warranty on the truck.
Right.
Because it has how many miles?
It has less than the 140,000.
Right, it's got like
requires like
120 or
I
something
feel
like
like it was 110.
Okay.
I feel like it was 100.
It's less than the 140, whatever
Yes.
we, yes.
And so, the second document that you have is a total bid of 46,613.36 and does not include
The service contract,
a
right?
service contract, correct?
So it's $3,000
Where is
more.
the closest Ford service?
Jackson.
Jackson.
Oh, it is,
or
they do it?
Afton might have it
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Well, it's, Afton's
know
on
why
the
I thought it
outskirts,
was-
whereas Jackson's on the inskirts.
Oh, it might be closer.
So, I mean, yeah, technically, it's,
Might
I
be
think it's still
closer,
Jackson, but by a mile or two.
Okay.
No, it's
No
not?
Ford?
Okay. So,
So,
but,
3-year, $4,000.
I mean, if we needed to get it serviced, then yes, it's driving it up to Jackson.
Yeah.
But, I think it's probably smart, seeing as though this vehicle's in Texas, and we don't know what we're necessarily getting into.
And
it
would
already
he
has-
drive it back?
So, yeah, Craig would fly down,
Okay.
and, I mean, we'd give him a check. If everything checks out, he would, pay for it, sign all the paperwork, and then drive it back. Take 2 days to drive it back.
If it didn't check out, he would not.
Yeah, if it didn't check out, he would just get another one-way ticket back and not buy the vehicle. I will say that he has looked high and low for this vehicle with our certain stipulations that we put on it,
Yes.
and not very many come up, and to him, it's white, and we want all of our town vehicles to be white, and so that's like one of the first things that helped him find that one, and then it's, the miles, and the guy was able to start it, it's only 2019, of course.
Yeah, the
a
year's
diesel.
great, the
Yeah.
F-350.
This would by far be the newest vehicle in our
Yes.
fleet. And it's a lot less than the 100,000 that we budgeted for originally, so
Yeah.
I feel pretty good
Well, and it would
about
keep
it.
us on track with the new vehicle every 5 years.
Yep.
So, actually, I'm surprised at how new of a vehicle he can find. I think it's just making sure that that $4,000 for 3 years makes financial sense.
What do you guys
But
think
it
about
would
that?
cover us should there be a problem.
I just, curious, it's
Yeah.
a Texas vehicle, does it have four-wheel drive?
I would assume this truck.
We don't have any
Assume.
details on it.
Yeah, I would assume.
But it's a
Craig
Texas-
looked at it.
Did
It's a
Craig-
Texas vehicle.
Did Craig give us any other?
Well, let's,
I'll text him real quick.
Monica will find out.
you gonna text him?
Yep.
Yeah, as
may-
far, that's a good
That's a good question,
question,
I don't know.
Frank,
Point there, Jeremy.
about the service
does-
contract.
I know
I,
he had requirements,
Right, that's
but
a
I
great
don't have
question.
them.
do we have any details on the service contract?
I do in my, I think he sent it to me.
Thank you, Monica.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who does service on our vehicles right now?
We
Two
take it to
different,
a number of places.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
No, that's just a quick KSL search.
Oh. So, yeah, that's gonna get us only so far. This truck actually has the service body on it, I think.
Oh,
Has the
okay.
has
Yeah.
the,
It's
the
got-
toolbox.
It's got the
yeah,
everything, okay.
Yeah, I feel like that.
I mean, if it covers all the oil changes and stuff, I
See,
mean,
I
diesel truck
think
oil
that would-
change is expensive.
Right.
So,
Yeah, what's your average?
be
It's over
nice.
$200.
yeah, so
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
It could
I do
be-
my own in mine, but
Mine,
it's still,
mine's over 150.
to go get your oil service, yeah, it's almost 3 gallons of oil,
Yeah.
so. I mean,
I'd
if it
like- yeah, I'd
covers
like to see
everything,
what
I
it
mean, if
covers.
it covers everything.
Yes.
I mean, we had one on our car when we bought it, it was about this price, and they did everything, and they did the service intervals for the mileage,
He-
and they covered all that.
He said it's four-wheel drive.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your question?
Yeah.
No, that's a great question. And
That-
for the
that
price,
has come up
honestly,
plenty-
I'm surprised.
Oops,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
forgot it was 4-wheel drive, we only drive this one in the summertime.
We wouldn't be putting a plow on.
No.
Well, and I know we had some surprises with the last purchase, so anything we can do to keep that
Yeah.
happening again.
Yeah, hopefully it works out.
She's pulling it up.
His email with the link to the
Do you
truck.
mind bringing that up, Mr. Mayor?
And all his email said, Councilman Castillo, was that it was 3 years, 100,000 miles. It doesn't specifically say what, in Craig's email to me, when he inquired about the warranty, what it covers. It just says 3 years, 100,000 miles. So maybe we can explore.
I know, because I don't want,
before
I
finalizing
certainly
it.
don't want him to feel like we're holding it up, but I think that's valid. And honestly, in the future.
Okay,
these
here's
are
the
great
picture.
questions he should be asking.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on the screen.
Okay.
I wonder if they'd answer.
There you go.
If we just call them.
Oh,
He said it is four-wheel drive.
No, she said the details of the service contract have not been communicated.
yeah, or not my
They
email.
just said 36 months, 100,000 miles. There's no other information.
Do we have to, like, take a vote right now, or what do
No,
we do?
you don't do it in the bid opening, you do it in the meeting.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's not-
in the bid opening, we've opened the bid,
Okay.
and now I've screwed something up. We're watching TV now. Anyways,
They're probably still open. I don't see why.
oh, we're gonna have to get.
What's on?
I don't mind stepping out and giving them a call.
I said good, like Hallmark Channel.
Yeah,
There's a picture of the truck.
92,000, yeah. It's about,
Does
a-
it
Okay.
say down below the information?
So, yeah, it's similar.
Yeah.
This actually is a service body. That's more like a work truck. That's like a construction, but it is just a little bit
this
different.
was,
If you want to scroll down, I bet it says if it's four-wheel drive.
Yeah, we already found out. Yeah,
Let me give them
four
a
by
call.
four.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I'm just gonna step out and see if they answer.
Okay.
Unless you find it.
It's 8 o'clock at night there now.
yep, that's a white Ford diesel.
It looks well taken care of.
No, it looks brand new.
Yeah. I would hope not in Texas. Grand Prairie, yeah, doesn't snow out there.
No.
There's no salt water.
Where, I was gonna say, where in Texas?
That's Grand Prairie. Is that
I guess you don't know where it necessarily came from. We would have to see. You'd have to do the show me the Carfax, I guess.
anything from the coast is comparable to the Rust Belt in
Yeah.
the Midwest. I've seen, I'm from Texas, and the Gulf Coast, the things just rust there just because they want to.
Okay, say damn,
What's that?
say damn.
Damn.
It's the only Texan that's going to pronounce damn with 5 syllables.
With an H in there? Damn. My wife has some
What?
words she wants to.
That's a sticker. So, yeah, we can get that. Do we need to do anything else, Monica?
No, you can adjourn whenever
Okay.
you want.
At this point, I'll adjourn the meeting. Thank you.